Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning it, Johnson. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the tackle.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Going up top. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
The kick is good.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Steelers nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Robert Foster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Ha-Ha Clinton Dix with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
45-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he returns this to the 22.
Jay Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Cam Akers.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
3-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Akers, the ball carrier.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Going right back to Akers. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Again, the ball carrier.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. 34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check him.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
At the 16-yard line.
If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult.
And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
At their own 7.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
A shotgun snap, and again to Dobbins.
And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First down, Ravens.
From the gun, Jackson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Vic Beasley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. This one caught by Ridley. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Complete to Calvin Ridley.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Score, Ravens 21.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson, airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
And a Raven first down.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. To throw is Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 7 on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Intercepted by
yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Fitzpatrick on the tackle.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.